Discover the natural power of ashwagandha, an ancient herb known for its healing properties. For over 3,000 years, ashwagandha has been trusted to reduce stress, increase energy, and improve focus. Our ashwagandha is carefully grown, harvested, and processed to retain its maximum potency. Each root is hand-picked and dried, then ground into a pure organic powder, ensuring the highest quality. Simply mix 1 teaspoon into your favorite beverage or take it in capsule form as prescribed by a healthcare professional. Whether you're looking to balance your stress levels, boost your immune system, or enhance mental clarity, ashwagandha offers a natural solution. Experience the benefits of ancient wisdom backed by modern science. Trust nature. Trust ashwagandha. Go get this product at blackhotfirenetwork.com at the Sports and Nutrition Store.
Yes, karibuni sana family. Hope you guys are doing amazing. Happy Friday. The week has come to an end. We made it to the end of the weekend. I hope your week has been fantastic. I hope you've learned a lot of things that we've been bringing to you. Of course, this amazing week. Shout out to everyone who's just tuning in on all our YouTube channels for the first time. Returning listeners on the radio station, Spreaker, Spotify, karibuni sana once again. My name is Joby, right here for those who are here for the first time. And of course, returning listeners again on all our streaming platform. Karibuni sana as we continue with, of course, the same discussions of what is happening globally, but mostly focusing on Israel and the United States. I don't know what I really wrote. I think my eyes saw something completely different. But as we talk about Israel, and of course America picking the wrong country on when it comes to war, because we know America is very much known for their behavior of always attacking countries and claiming victory every single time. But this time we'd say actually they dared the wrong people. So karibuni sana as we talk about that. But before we get started, again, a quick reminder to get yourself our application on the Google Play Store. Black Hot Fire Network is the name. In case you have Amazon Roku TV, remember you can also literally download our app on your TV station, and you can be able to see us by the radio, listen to us via the radio segment, and listen to us via the TV segment. In case also you're using the app on your phone, you can literally be able to be connected on all our streaming platforms, including BitChute, Rumble, and of course also other streaming platforms as well. We also have amazing organic supplements on the like of multivitamin, ashwagandha, which I've just shared. We have Brain in Focus, and so much more. So ensure you guys get yourself some in case you'll be looking for organic supplements. But as we get started, I'd like to start with some video here, which I find it very funny. This is because every single time when we share videos about the Chinese men in Africa, it's always them beating on our men. But this one, actually, I loved it. I don't know, because I believe that's the same way I'd act. That's why it kind of made me happy and smile. So let me share this. Actually, this actually, of course, the Chinese contractors, the Chinese exploiters, always been in the African continent and how they treat the African men. But this, you gotta love this one. I loved this video. Like, I really, really loved it. I love the way the African men here did put, I'd say, WWE SmackDown. Was it called was it that it was WWE SmackDown, right? We had wrestling. We had Monday what? Wrestling had 3 categories. There was Monday wrestling. Then I think on Wednesday it was the WWE SmackDown. And then on Sunday, man, I've forgotten all that. Funny thing, we were just arguing with some of my friends talking about all this and our favorite characters on the wrestling. But no story for today. But yeah, this is what our Kenyan guy did. He put on some Chuck Norris, Van Damme type of action on this Chinese man's face, and I loved it. And I'm starting with this because this is not the norm of the videos we watch when it comes to Chinese people, how they treat Africans. And then the next one I'm going to share still is about the Chinese guy who, of course, has made a contract, like always what they do. They come to Africa, they have made a deal with African president or African leaders without the consent of African people. We saw in countries like Congo yesterday, most of the people actually will end up being displaced. And this is because the government has just been made between international companies and the government of the country, and which actually affects most of the people to have their lands being taken away from them, like what we saw that was yesterday on the show, the Pan African Bliss show, which I was sharing. But look at this. I love this.
OK OK， 中南，中南，我把那里打了一次小巴掌，那个啊，这是把钱啊，政府啊，然后这把钱。中南，中南 ，OK OK， 中南，我把那里打了一次小巴掌，那个啊，
Smack on the face.
政府。
Smack on the face. Smack on the face. I love this. I loved this. And I'm going to repeat it again. I loved this. Smack on the face. As you should.
OK OK， 中南，我把那里打了一次小巴掌，那个啊，这是把钱。
Who are you talking to? Because you wouldn't be talking to me crazy like that as I watch you. Personally, if there's something that quickly angers me, is someone talking to me disrespectfully or crazy, I'ma smack the shit out of you. So shout out to this guy.
What happened?
Yeah, I'm sharing this amazing video here of at once. For once, we've seen someone or an African reacting to a Chinese man respectfully to them, and that's what I'm saying. I don't know. In wrestling, we had three. I know you didn't watch wrestling. For those who watch wrestling, we always had three categories of wrestling. We had the WWE SmackDown. We had the we had the Monday Raw. Yeah, we had Monday Raw, WWE SmackDown. The other one.
Now look at this. Jovi is an African woman and knows more about American wrestling than me. I don't know nothing about that shit she's talking about.
Yeah, we had Monday Raw, WWE SmackDown. I can't remember the Sunday one. We were just arguing with Mark, I think, 2 weeks ago about the wrestling and our favorite characters. So yeah, I am saying this guy put some WWE SmackDown in this. I love this video. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, shit. I felt like this was me because that's what I do. Literally, you're not gonna talk to me like this crazy.
What you supposed to do? What happened?
Yeah. So of course you know that most of these Chinese contractors.
So from the beginning, is that the beginning?
No, yeah, it's starting from the beginning. It's just a short.
Okay.
It's just a short clip. So there are two of them. So there's this one, and then there's another one of the Chinese guy who's being kicked out by Kenyans and claiming he's made a sign with the government. They're telling him, we don't care. We don't care. Get the F out. We don't care. That's you and your government. Kick rocks.
Exactly.
Yeah, and they're telling him it's either you learn Swahili or we're either gonna learn Chinese. But either way, you're not staying here.
About time, finally, African. About time, goddamn.
But I love this one more. This mark on the face was awesome.
OK OK， 中南，我把那里打了一次小巴掌，那个啊，这是把钱。
Exactly. Exactly. About time. Be a damn man. You gonna come to goddamn Africa, talk that shit. See, they truly expect to come over to Africa and treat you like shit. That's what they believe they can do.
I really love this. I really enjoyed this. I wish we need to see more of these videos. We need to see more of our African people reacting, not being weak. Yes, sir, bossa nigga, and all that. We know.
Exactly.
Need more of that. Shout out to also this Kenyans here kicking out the Chinese guy. And this is the similar case we were talking about yesterday about the Congo, how they make deals with our government without having the common knowledge involved, and we end up being the ones suffering. So Kenyans actually, you can see them holding sticks. They're telling me, try do it. We're gonna beat your ass. We're gonna
exactly what you're supposed to do.
I don't know what you're saying. asking him, "Is this your place? Go back to your home. This is Kenya's home. This is not your home.
It's your place.
Go back to your place. This is not your land. This is not your farm."
Exactly.
Itabidi ujifunze Kichina.
Yeah, so shout out to man. I love these two videos. They just made my evening this evening, I'd say. I was watching them, I'm like, yes, this is what we need to see. We need more of this amazing African women reacting this way, because for so long this has been happening and we've not seen this kind of reaction. So shout out to our African people, and I hope it happens globally. Like, I mean, not globally, but the whole continent, where Africans will understand who we're dealing with, what they are here for. They're not our friends. They're friends with the system, not us. They are here to benefit themselves and not us. But as we get into Iran situation and what is happening, I'm gonna cue a couple of videos I have before I get to the ones to share with you.
No problem.
Just to look at the trends of what is happening in Iran, in Israel, and of course America. I've seen that Trump has said you need to watch out what's coming. Let me read that actually very correctly. Trump has given a warning this particular evening. That is, of course, this morning for you guys. He has said that watch what happens to this deranged scumbags today.
They're the deranged scumbags, but they're not the ones eating babies and fucking them. See, all these goofy white people talk, it don't work no more. Everybody knows you want to fucking babies and eat them. So, and only they call them a deranged scumbag because they want their resources.
Of course.
Agreed.
So this is Trump's tweet this morning. He said, "We're totally destroying the terrorist regime of Iran, military."
They're the terrorists. They haven't invaded nobody. I mean, they invade nobody. America dropped bombs on them, killing kids, invading them, unannounced war, potato kids. That's how they do. But you're the savages and you're the terrorists. Go ahead, Joe.
So yeah, the videos of Iran that are currently releasing of animation of how they're killing the innocent civilians how America is killing innocent civilians in Iran, how they started. There's some animation videos circulating on TikTok made by Iran, which are currently trending. So yeah, he says
I know they made an animation of Donald Trump. They were trolling his ass or something. Let's see if we can find out when you get that.
Yeah, I got it. There's that one and there's another one. I'm going to share two of them.
Okay.
So yeah, he's totally destroying the terrorist regime of Iran militarily, economically, and otherwise. Yet, if you read the failing New York Times, you would incorrectly think that we are not winning. Iran's navy is gone. The air force is no longer. Missiles, drones, and everything else are being decimated, if I'm pronouncing, decimated, and their leaders have been wiped from the face of the earth. We have an apparelled firepower, unlimited ammunition, and plenty of time. Watch what happens to these deranged scumbags today. They have been killing innocent people all over the world for 47 years, and now I, as the 47th president of the United States of America, I'm killing them. What a great honor it is to do so in Trump's voice. Thank you for your attention.
That's crazy talking. After Joey plays these other videos, I'm gonna have Joey play my first video and explain exactly what you're listening to. This crazy shit here.
So let me cue my first video. Just a minute. TikTok.
And I will be on tomorrow and Sunday. I'm not gonna make it back home today, but I'll be on Saturday and Sunday.
Welcome back, Kid. Kid is back on the mic. Yay!
I'm back.
Good. That's what's up. So I think the first video should be.
So Iranian embassies around the world are releasing such videos, and I'm loving it.
We have no issue with civilians.
Why did you attack the Manab school?
Go on, lie, 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 lie. We didn't hit the Manab school. America doesn't have Tomahawk missiles at all. We care deeply about the Iranian people.
Oh no!
Let me keep everyone safe.
Sounds great. Maybe not.
Now, there we go. Relax. Sometimes security comes with a little control.
That's America. They always play the hero. But literally, that's what the animation, I think it explains. Always America playing the hero, but they're here to...
I was having a nice cup of
This is the second one.
and then I came across this cartoon released by Iranian media, and I thought, oh, I love a good cartoon. I do. Big kid I am. So I started watching it, and then I thought, you know what? No, Annie, don't forget about your followers. Why don't you watch the cartoon together with them? So go on, guys. Go grab your chai and let's watch this cartoon together that was released by Iranian state TV.
I think this is related to what they did to, I think, Japan, because also such videos have been circulating online of what they did to Japan. Is it Japan?
Yeah, World War II. Yeah.
Children or just families were minding their business, then boom, out of nowhere, literally.
They were minding their business. There was a war. Japan was at war with us, but they still bombed. It was at war, so Japan was at war with us. I was doing a war. Yeah, it wasn't like we attacked them without them knowing, Joe, but they were at war with us. It was a war. So, wasn't like Iran. But Iran was at war. Japan was at war with America.
Okay.
At that time.
Okay, understood. But to continue.
Very fast update of things you should know about right now. General Kane said, today will be our heaviest day of kinetic fires across the operating area. Trump tweeted this, saying Iran's navy is gone. Their air force is no longer. Missiles, drones, and everything else are being decimated, and their leaders have been wiped from the face of the earth. We have unparalleled firepower, unlimited ammunition, and plenty of time. Watch what happens to these deranged scumbags today. Here's a photo of Netanyahu speaking in his first press conference since the operation against Iran began. What do you notice? 4 American crew members were found dead from that KC-135 refueling aircraft that crashed in western Iraq. Pete Hegseth has said Iran's new supreme leader is wounded and likely disfigured. The official White House X account posted this.
They tried to assassinate him, you know. First they almost got the new leader. They said they almost got his ass.
I've also seen these videos circulating saying that Iran, the bombs they're sending, they are return justice to all the Epstein victims. Those are the bombs that Iran is sending to Israel. Yeah, justice to all the Epstein victims.
So today, as we speak, we fly over the top of Iran and Tehran. Fighters and bombers all day picking targets as they choose. as our intelligence gets better and better and more refined. Looking up, the IRGC and Iranian regime sees only two things on the side of aircraft: the stars and stripes and the Star of David.
Now remember, now the Star of Remphan. There's no Star of David. That's another made up shit they did. That's the Star of Remphan. It's satanic. So, but making sure it's satanic, guys. The Star of David. That's some bullshit. There was never any Star of David ever. Never existed. The Star of Remphan is satanic. I told you what we showed you yesterday with the damn Moloch verse. That's Moloch shit. And you can't believe that this moron is a Secretary of Defense. That's how you know you're a declining empire. You want to make this dude the manager of Chuck E. Cheese pizza. That's how you know when you're declining power, when you almost collapse. A motherfucker like this can be the Secretary of Defense. This idiot, this moron, literally. And the stuff he's talking about, but they bombed, they blew the damn B-1 out the sky. So, hey, you know, we're losing. They just talk. We sound like the Iraqis 25 years ago, guys. When we invaded Iraq, you had that crazy guy talking that Baghdad bomb. That's what we sound like now. Just say crazy ass lies. I mean, we sound like Baghdad bomb. When we were invading Iraq and we were going there, get boots on the ground, going there, and Baghdad bomb was talking. We're saying, oh, we killed all the Americans. They're all dead. They're all dead. We destroyed all of them. They're all dead. And next you know, the Americans outside the studio where he was at. Yeah, they're all dead. You see the American military walking on his ass and arrest him. Get your ass off that camera. Right? We killed all the Americans. They're all dead. Well, Joe, we show that in a minute. I'm sure Baghdad Bob. Because remember, we got that name from, remember, the cartoon with The Simpsons with Sideshow Bob always lying. So we called him Bag, since he was from Baghdad. Iraq, we called him Baghdad Bob. Y'all remember that? If you guys go looking at The Simpsons, you guys remember Sideshow Bob? Always making up shit. So that guy was named Baghdad Bob. Go ahead, Jeff. Let's go and say it. Go ahead.
It's an animation? Is it an animation?
No. Sideshow Bob was an animation. He's part of The Simpsons. So remember, he's back. Sideshow Bob. He's part of The Simpsons. But the joke is that Sideshow Bob lies all the time in The Simpsons. So this guy in Iraq was lying all the time. He was a communications guy. So we nicknamed him Baghdad Bob.
This must be it. Let's see.
Slaughtered about 3/4 of them so far, and there is some remnants of them left. They said that they have entered Baghdad with 65 tanks into the center of the city. And I'm telling you, this is not true. The operations are still ongoing, and I can tell you, and you can record it on me that I have said that, they are beginning to commit suicide at the forces, at the walls of Baghdad.
He said Americans are beginning to commit suicide because of our forces. And the real thing that Iraqis were throwing down their weapons as we come. He said, we're out there committing suicide. Our forces, our Iraqi forces have fucked the Americans up there now, started to commit suicide. Go ahead, Joe.
To increase the rate of committing suicide. We have fed them a sour taste yesterday.
This is what we sound like now, Joe. We sound like this crazy motherfucker. That's what Donald Trump and Pete Hegseth sound like. Just making up crazy shit. Go ahead.
By the brave forces of Saddam Hussein. They were surrounded.
They were surrounded.
And they were dealt with. There is no presence of the...
Pause it for a second. Pause it. The sad fact, when they catch him Baghdad Bob, they threw him in Abu Ghraib prison, they tortured his ass. They let the dogs bite on his ball sack. Remember all that heinous shit the Americans did in the prison over there? When they were raping those damn Iraqi men, they put his ass in the prison. He probably got raped over there too. The white men were raping him and got the dogs biting on their ball sacks and shit. Wow. Torture. Abu Ghraib prison. Yeah. What'd you say, Joby?
Damn, not the dick being chopped, now the balls being beaten too. Shit.
Right. That's right. That's the American way.
Oh my God. No, I can't keep up.
Thousands gathered.
Let's go back to the.
Let's head over.
What's happening?
Thousands gathered in the streets of Tehran on Friday, chanting even as explosions were seen in the capital. And Friday marked Al-Quds.
Pause that, Joby. Let's on TikTok. Say the American. It's got to be on there. Say Americans torture Iraqis at Abu Ghraib prison. Say the Americans. Somebody spell Abu Ghraib. Ask Google, Joe, but they just say the name. They'll type it in. Say Abu Ghraib prison, Iraq. I don't know how to spell that shit. No, I'm not Arab. I don't know how to spell that shit. There you go. Yeah, there you go. There you go, Joe. So that's what. So that was America. So that's the kind of freedom they want to bring to Iran. So next door, while Iran was getting ready for the war, Joe, because this is right next door in Iraq, where Americans were having dogs bite people in the ball sack, Joby, digging their butts and fucking all kind of heinous shit. That's where they sent that guy, that Baghdad Bob. They sent his ass there, Joby. Go ahead. Play that. That's what they want to do with Iran. So remember, these are the Iraqis. These are the Iraqi soldiers that they tortured, Joe. But go ahead. We took over the country.
Soldiers' moral courage ended America's
Joby, this is the kind of freedom. They're bringing freedom and democracy, Joby, by putting dogs on your ball sack.
Yeah, shout out to Nigerians. Hi, Trump, come and help us. Yeah, you're getting your ass whooped and killed. You're trying to say Trump help us.
I got a video on that one too, and you'll see that one too. But go ahead, Joey.
Military scandal. Joe Darby was just an army reservist doing his job at Abu Ghraib prison in Iraq. Then he saw the photos. Soldiers torturing prisoners. His own unit. He could have stayed silent. Looked the other way.
That's what white people do.
Kept his head down. Instead, he turned in the evidence. Death threats followed. Fellow soldiers called him a traitor, but his decision exposed the torture scandal worldwide. Military reforms followed. America's credibility began to restore. One man's integrity changed everything. Because doing right isn't about the cost. It's about who you choose to be.
See, pause it. Whenever you get, it's always whenever you get in prison doing war by white people, you're gonna get SA'd. You're gonna get sexually assaulted. They're gonna fuck you in the butt. They do all kind of perverted shit to you. Just like in slavery. They're just gonna do some homosexual shit with you. Go ahead, Joe.
See this one that TikTok is for.
Guantanamo Bay Detention Camp, or Gitmo for short. Since 2002, 780 people have been detained here. No charges, no trial, no lawyers. 731 prisoners have been transferred out, 39 still remain, and 9 died in custody. Gitmo is a monument to America's ruthless crimes. Prisoners say they were tortured with broken glass, strangled with barbed wires, forcefully injected.
That's a prison. That's the prison we got in Cuba. That's a different. That's not the Iraqi. That's the prison. That's the prison that we keep in Cuba, Toby. So imagine we don't control Cuba, but we still got a base in Cuba that we refuse to, just like the British in Kenya. We got a base in Cuba that we refuse to ever let go. That's where we torture people.
And it became apparent that the U.S. was torturing military prisoners at Abu Ghraib prison in Iraq. And video was leaked showing those prisoners in orange jumpsuits. ISIS bought orange jumpsuits and made its kidnapping victims, who were mostly aid workers and American journalists, wear orange jumpsuits and then beheaded them on camera. They did that only because the U.S. was torturing its prisoners. So torture does not work. Torture is illegal. It is immoral. It is unethical, and no one should be in the business of doing it. Things that we did to Abu Zubaydah that were never authorized by anybody. We learned during an interrogation that Abu Zubaydah had an irrational fear of bugs. And so we put him in a coffin with a diaper. We poured a box of cockroaches on him and then closed the coffin.
Hell, bro.
And just listened to him scream.
What?
We would open the coffin long enough every few days to give him water and food.
Every few days.
And then seal it back up again. The fuck is that?
I know.
Why wouldn't he just talk?
He was talking. He was talking.
These people would talk and still be tortured?
Yes. That was the issue. Listen, I told Abu Zubaydah.
Pause that. Did anybody go to jail for any of these crimes? Because they brought democracy and freedom to Iraq? No. And if you don't know now, the Rothschilds control Iraqi oil. How do they do that, Keith? Well, the Iraqi oil now is controlled by the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. You already know who controls the Federal Reserve Bank. You know that. The Rothschilds. So now all the money from Iraq goes straight to the American Federal Reserve Bank. And then they give out the money back to Iraq of the money they want them to have. You see, before we got to remember another country like Libya, Iraq had wonderful infrastructure. Wonderful infrastructure. Now it's a third world country. It's all bombed the fuck up. And has anything been built in 25 years? Hell no. But when we went to Iraq, we was like, damn, this place is fucking nice. Because most Americans are stupid. They never been nowhere. They don't know how shit looks. So when they went to Iraq, Iraq had all modern roads, modern hospitals, modern schools. Just all a bunch of nice-ass palaces. Just nice shit. Not today. But they got democracy. Huh? All the money's gone to the Rothschilds. You need to know this. They won't tell you about some goopy Orsini family bullshit. Right? That money goes Iraq today. Today. They don't have control over their resources, just like goopy Africa. That money goes right. Their oil money was made in billions, right? Had the great infrastructure. Iraq was one of the most advanced countries in the so-called Middle East. Not today. All that money now goes right back to the goddamn Federal Reserve Bank. US 45. See? All the way back. Yeah, we're going to give them freedom and democracy. Why we rebuild the country? Fuck that. Leave them fucked up just like Africa. Fuck them. Fuck them. Go ahead, Joe.
I am the nicest guy that you're going to meet in this experience. I said, my colleagues, they're not nice like I am. So if you only do one thing, it's that you have to cooperate. You have to answer their questions. And he said, you seem like a nice man, but you're the enemy, and I'll never cooperate. I said, well, suit yourself. Then when the CIA plane came in to take him, he was petrified, crying. 3 FBI agents and I carried his gurney out to the plane. You already know what's going to happen. You got the FBI out there, and they take him to the CIA. They're going to torture the fuck out you. You ain't going to make it out of there. They're going to torture and kill you and throw you in a desert. They'll put a bullet in your head and they get done torturing and throw you in an unmarked grave. It's how vicious this country, the viciousness of it. They're going to put a bullet in your head and they get to. First, they're going to torture them. They're going to torture you for fun. And they'll have dogs licking on your ball sack, biting you on your ass. One with the other. He was bawling. And we put him on the plane. We tied him down on the luggage rack at the back of the plane. And I leaned over and I said, remember, you have to cooperate. And he smiled at me and I said, good luck. And then took off. Well, then he ends up a week later at the secret site. And he was very, very severely wounded during the capture. And so they allowed him 6 weeks to just get his wounds to heal. Well, there was an FBI agent by the name of Ali Shafran, ethnically Egyptian, American FBI agent, fluent in Arabic. Ali began to interrogate him. Now listen, I hate the FBI. I do. But there are no better interrogators in America than the FBI. They've been doing it since the Nuremberg trials in 1945 and 1946. They know exactly what they're doing. And the way they succeed is they establish a rapport with the prisoner, right? You don't rape him or beat him or starve him or electrocute him. You sit across the table from him.
That's what the military, that's what the American military were doing to him. They were raping him, beating him, and electrocuting. And when Joey should have got the thing on his head, they were electrocuting the motherfuckers. Yeah! Yeah! Then they put a damn, they put those battery cables on their ball sack and electrocute their penis and balls. Yeah! Yeah! That's what they did to Baghdad Bob. Yeah! Yeah! All right, that's enough of that, Joey. Go to the video I sent you. We have so much time.
Let me share the first one very quickly.
Very quickly.
Okay. Got it.
If you're in the war, you get caught, Joey. You better confess to the CIA.
I wonder how you guys. I kind of ask myself, how did you even decide to become a Marine first? Like, I don't know. I didn't know all this. I didn't know all this.
Well, for most black people in the military, we don't do those torture. That's usually white men. Black men usually feel. Everybody, we gotta look at the movie. Shout out to you know, it was the Army. Shout out to Oliver Stone, who told the truth, but probably don't play yet. To Oliver Stone, we gonna play the movie Platoon. But next week we gonna play the movie Platoon. You guys remember Platoon when they were in there torturing the Vietnamese, and he clearly showed the black brothers, the black guys, because we have souls, Joby. The black men were all fuckers and brothers. I don't think we supposed to run around here chopping off people's heads and shit. Because the white guys are chopping off their heads and shit. He said, brother. So yeah, the black guys and I'm getting against it, brother. Brothers, I'm real feeling bad in my soul right now. You know, we just did some more crime shit there, man. I don't think a Christian is supposed to go around chopping off people's heads and shit.
With Christianity, I feel like personally, if I worked under any of any fighting military force or whatever, and then I come discover all these things later of what I was being put to do and the force behind it and the truth behind it, then I'd feel so guilty. Exactly, if I really analyze it,
that's your soul again. You know, you can't have it. That's your humanity, Joe. Come on. Yeah. See, just like anybody black was. No, I'm gonna have Joby show that I'm gonna have Joby just show that video before we leave today. Platoon, when the guy said, "Bro, I'm feeling pretty heavy, brothers. You know, there's some heinous shit happening, man. I mean, I'm gonna say, yeah, it was some heinous shit. We ain't supposed to be going around. Christians ain't supposed to go around just chopping off people's heads and shit."
It's called. Let me do that so that you won't forget. Let me just.
Just say. Yeah, you probably gonna find it on YouTube. I don't think you're gonna find it on. Take that. Say. Scene from the movie Platoon. Yeah, scene from the movie Platoon. Platoon. Platoon, where the black guys say, "I'm feeling heavy in my soul, brothers."
Play two? Say that again. Play two.
Say scene from the movie Platoon. Yeah, Platoon. Where the black guy says, "I'm feeling heavy in my soul, brothers."
Okay. Cute.
Okay. Go ahead, Joe. Go and play this.
Watch this. We're in a hell of a lot of trouble. Us. Did y'all see Dr. Gardner explain what the fuck is wrong with Dookie Booty? Watch this.
She called him Dookie Booty.
This message is for all the Iranians.
Did y'all see Dr. Gardner explain what the fuck is wrong with Dookie Booty? Watch this.
We're in a hell
Dookie Booty.
of a lot of trouble. Us, America, but the world is in a hell of trouble because the most powerful man in the world is both evil and demented. He has the most severe personality disorder, actually, that a human being can have. It's called malignant narcissism. It was originally introduced by Erich Fromm, who escaped the Nazis, to explain the psychology of Hitler and other murderous dictators like him. It's actually not in the DSM. It's kind of a historically obscure diagnosis, but I happen to have studied with the person who was the world expert on malignant narcissism. And so early on, when Trump was running for president in 2015, I recognized that this was essentially a meteor heading towards Earth, because I knew just how destructive a malignant narcissistic leader can be to a country. And I saw it as potentially fatal to our country. And unfortunately, that seems to be potentially coming true. It has four components: narcissism, of course, but also psychopathy, or what we call antisocial personality disorder. So lying, breaking laws and norms, having no remorse for violating the rights of others. Also paranoia. And finally, sadism.
Pause it. So we know he's a psychopath. And they Satanism, they're satanic, but we know he can't control his dookie. So she called him Dookie Booty. So we know that. Go ahead, Joey.
A lot of what he does is gleefully destructive and harmful, and it actually gives him enormous pleasure to hurt people and to destroy things.
Doc said Dookie Booty is a meteor heading towards Earth. A meteor. Soon as Dookie Booty hit the White House, that motherfucker been destroying every fucking thing. Doc said this motherfucker is gleefully destructive and harmful on purpose. This sick motherfucker is getting pleasure from hurting people and destroying things.
I feel like these people literally come off seeing people literally suffer, and sorry to use that term, but I think I've said that too, personally understanding their mentality. These people, it's like it gives them pleasure, seeing people fucked up, really messed up. It's like that's their pleasure.
Thing they say you did in the Epstein files, you did that shit. Doc said he saw Dookie Booty as potentially fatal to our
I like the way she's saying it.
country, and he ain't do nothing to save us. Now I knew Dookie Booty was a narcissist, but I didn't know he was a malignant narcissist. Doc talking about he recognized this in 2015, and you barely now speaking out about it. You should have been shouting this to the goddamn heavens in 2015 when this motherfucker started running for president. So we dealing with an evil, demented, malignant narcissist as our fucking president, with the same traits as murderous dictators before him. Jesus, take the wheel.
That's Dookie Booty. That's old Dookie Booty right there. So shout out to her. She's understanding. I talked to her. She got mad because I did say, hey, the guy you talking about, W. Du Bois, is also a Zionist puppet, because she was, I love W. Du Bois. She got mad when I corrected her, and she went and found out the truth. We're going to play it.
She go mad.
Yeah, it's right here. The girl right here. I left her comment. She got mad because she was praising W.E.B. Du Bois. I said, listen here. W. Bois was a Zionist puppet. You just have no idea. They make him a star. All this Black History shit. They would say W.E.B. Du Bois. All that Black History shit. That was getting the sellout. Like I told people about, Big Cheese got mad at me. But told people about Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King was a Zionist sellout too. He told Israel must exist. It must be a democracy. If people forget about that shit, because MLK was a creation of the Zionists. And when you get your MLK shit, how we got destroyed. If you research everything MLK did, all this integration, we got destroyed by it. That was on purpose, as Judge Joe Brown told you that. And he was a Zionist. But he didn't know, I think he's a preacher, he don't know justice. Other people supposed to have justice too. So how can he be a Zionist? Talking about Israel must be free and all that shit back in the 60s. They went around killing people then. What the fuck is he talking about? See, that's always hating about MLK. You not to know that shit. I started researching that motherfucker in my middle 20s. I said, this shit don't make sense. They always give you some motherfucker to love who's evil and rotten and shit. But go ahead, Joey.
Supreme themselves into extinction, and it's a canon event. None of us should even think about interfering. And it's
right,
so funny to watch, not funny ha-ha, but funny situationally, because they routinely underestimate non-white people and non-white nations, which is exactly what we're seeing in Iran right now. The thing is, when you're racist, you can't operate in racism and logic at the same time. You have to choose one or the other. So if you choose to operate under this delusion that white people are the only ones with motion, that America isn't real and the European nations are the only ones with motion, you're going to chronically and fatally underestimate your brown and black opponents. And that's exactly what's happening right now. This type of arrogance, the type of arrogance that led BBNet and that dumpster fire in the White House to attack Iran with no just cause, is the same. It's this type of arrogance that is born out of white imperialism. And white imperialism, said another way, is just European bullying. And they have just been bullying people for so long with just, unmatched levels of violence and barbarism that they've deluded themselves into thinking is strength, that now they've gotten high on their own supply and they legitimately feel like they're the smartest and the strongest and the most strategic in the room when they couldn't be further from the truth. But you never interrupt your opponent when they're making a mistake. So I'm going to sit back and watch as they flatten isn't real. And I just hope that when it comes time for America to pay her just due, people know where to direct their anger, because it wasn't us. And you already know what I mean by us. But this white imperialism, this European imperialism, that insatiable greed that these people have for other people's shit has been the cause of most of the war.
Exactly. It's the greed. It's the greed for other people's shit. That's why in Africa, that's how they got rich. Remember, they come from impoverished places. They've always been impoverished. Now, through stealing, they've been able to get rich. And that's why they the ones always develop all these weapons to steal shit. And the reason why they in Iran, to steal shit. They're out there for no democracy. We just showed you in Iraq, the next door neighbors, when they invaded there, put the Rothschild Bank in there. And now all Iraq money goes to where? The Rothschild Bank. All their money goes to the Rothschild Bank. That's a fact. Okay? And I'm going to show you videos. They should have some, right this group, we're going to say Iraq before the United States invaded and fucked it all up. Same way they did to Libya. Libya's all fucked up now too, right? With goddamn Gaddafi. Libya was a paradise. We're going to bring democracy to Libya and freedom. All that shit. They blow it the fuck up, and all the oil money goes right back to the Rothschild. So understand the scam. So she's right, the greed. Insatiable greed with Dookie Booty and and Pete Hegseth. So go ahead, Joby. What you laughing about, Joby?
I'm laughing what you said.
Throughout history, it was definitely the cause of World War I and World War II.
America lies about democracy. That's how I was laughing. Democracy.
Right now, we're talking about
that's the scam. Bringing democracy. So after they fuck your country up, where's the democracy at? Your country's all fucked up. They got your resources. They leave you fucked up like Africa. And look at Libya's in Africa. But Libya didn't look like Africa 15 years ago. Libya was modern. Iraq was modern. Now you go to Iraq and Libya today, it's all fucked up, all blown up. Shit ain't been rebuilt, and all their resources are going where? To the Rothschild family to keep them wealthy. Go ahead, Joey.
World War I, in chapter 14 of A People's History of the United States, titled War is the Health of the State. And do you know who called out the whiteness of it all when it first started? W.E.B. Du Bois. W.E.B. Du Bois
He was a
Oh
puppet
my God, I
too.
wish I could have met him. If they asked me who I could sit
Oh
and
my
have lunch with,
God.
dead or alive, if I had to pick 5 people, W.E.B. Du Bois would be one of those people. The second person would be that John Curacao CIA guy. I would love to have lunch with him. But W.E.B. Du Bois pointed out in 1915 in an article that he wrote for Atlantic Monthly, the real reason behind the First World War, and I'll give you a hint. The real reason was white people wanting shit that's not theirs. Again. That's all they ever do. And so in order to set the scene for where this world war came from, I'm just going to read you directly from the book. And what I want is for you to think about how this connects to what we see in 2026. Because keep in mind, if you're thinking to yourself, well, how is this Iranian conflict in any way similar to imperialism? Like, how does imperialism play into this at all? Girl, isn't real wants everything. They want to basically decimate the entire Muslim world so they can turn it into a Jewish state. If that's not imperialism, I don't know what is.
Back by the
But I
Rothschilds.
shouldn't say Jewish. I should say Zionist, right? A Zionist state. No shade to the Jews. So let's get into what role imperialism played in World War I. Now, before I read all of this, and by all of this, it's just like less than a page. Before I read all of this, I want to point out 3 themes to keep in mind as I read through this. The first theme is imperialism, because all of these white nations are fighting over like control of black and brown nations. So it's like a vampire fight. Which one of us is going to get to suck the blood from this African country? So it's imperialism.
Exactly.
The second thing that he's pointing out is American hypocrisy. And the third thing that he's pointing out is the ingenious evil of capitalism in uniting exploiter, rich minority, and exploited white poors in a common goal of dominating the blacks and the browns. All right, let's get into it. Howard Zinn writes, a remarkably perceptive article on the nature of the First World War appeared in May 1915 in the Atlantic Monthly. Written by W.E.B. Du Bois, it was titled The African Roots of War. It was a war for empire, of which the struggle between Germany and the Allies over Africa was both symbol and reality. Quote from Du Bois, in a very real sense, Africa is a prime cause of this terrible overturning of civilization which we have lived to see, end quote.
It's the money.
Africa,
Exactly.
Du Bois said, is the land of the 20th century because of
Where
the
all the
gold
money's
and
at.
diamonds of South
Exactly.
Africa, the cocoa of
Exactly what
Angola and Nigeria.
Exactly what Joby was talking about today on her show. The diamonds, the gold, the cocoa. And back in 1950, it ain't because in 1945, some refugee Jews went up to Israel. Let me get the fuck out of here. Go ahead, Joe.
The rubber and ivory of the Congo, the palm oil of the West Coast. Du Bois saw more than that. He was writing several years before Lenin's imperialism, which noted the new possibility of giving the working class of the imperial country a share of the loot. The loot, because these motherfuckers were stealing. He pointed to the paradox of greater democracy in America alongside increased aristocracy and hatred toward
Democracy!
racists. He explained the paradox by the fact that the white working man has been asked to share the spoil of exploiting, quote, chinks and niggers. Yes, the average citizen of England, France, Germany, the United States had a
Chinks
higher
and niggas,
standard
so
of
he's saying
living than
Chinese.
poor.
He said Chinese and niggas now they have a higher standard of living because they've been stealing. Really, China wasn't really that rich back then, but he's saying chinks and niggas. No, stealing from the niggas in Africa. They got high standard of living. Remember, the rubber stuff is all that stuff right now in the Congo and all over Africa, Kenya, all that shit, chopping off motherfuckers' hands. All the shit they're doing, giving these niggas this Jesus fake shit. But they robbing and stealing all through that motherfucker. The diamonds, the gold, the rubber, the cocoa. God damn, this Africa's rich. Kill us some niggas and steal all of it. That's what's happening. And it says, so Du Bois is saying right now, as they got Africa, how white people's living standards of just living out beyond their means, they've been stealing from Africa. Go ahead, Joe.
But to quote Du Bois, whence comes this new wealth? Meaning, where is this new wealth coming from? It comes primarily from the darker nations of the world, Asia and Africa, South and Central America, the West Indies, and the islands of the South Seas. Du Bois saw the ingenuity of capitalism in uniting exploiter, rich minority, and exploited, poor whites, creating a safety valve for explosive class conflict. It is no, quote, it is no longer simply the merchant quote, it is no longer simply the merchant prince or the aristocratic monopoly or even the employing class that is exploiting the world. It is the nation, a new democratic nation composed of united capital and labor. The United States fitted that idea. American capitalism needed international rivalry and periodic war to create an artificial community of interest between rich and poor, supplanting the genuine community of interest among the poor that showed itself in sporadic movements. So let's just annotate this part of the book real quick. Zinn writes that it was a war for empire, of which the struggle between Germany and the Allies over Africa was both symbol and reality. What else is a struggle for empire in modern day? I'll give you a second. Okay. What are the Zionists trying to do right now? Creating oil. How are they trying to create this empire? By going into darker nations and taking over what they already have and then calling it theirs. This is what colonizers do.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
This is what it looks like when history starts to repeat itself. Same shit, different day. Same motivations, different faces.
They never change.
Same story, different country. And so if at the beginning of the 20th century, they were all trying to walk down on Africa so that they could get the gold and diamonds of South Africa, the cocoa of Angola and Nigeria, the rubber and ivory of the Congo, the palm oil of the West Coast, what exactly are they trying to get from Iran right now? Oil. What exactly have they been trying to get from the Palestinians this entire time, this entire 80 years? Land. When I tell you these motherfucking European colonizers never change tactics, and that's their problem. Because since they never change tactics, they've become what? Predictable. And what happens when your enemy is both predictable and extremely arrogant? They lose. And then when Howard Zinn says that Du Bois was pointing to the paradox of greater democracy in America alongside increased aristocracy and hatred toward darker races, what this entire Make America Great Again shtick that these crazy ass white people have been on for 10 years has been operating under the delusion that we're improving our democracy alongside increased aristocracy. The rich have just gotten richer, and hatred toward darker races. Racism has just gotten more blatant in this country. And then Du Bois goes on to say that he explained the paradox by the fact that the white working man has been asked to share the spoil of exploiting chinks and niggers. Excuse the slurs. This is literally what is written in this book. Okay? How does that relate? How does that mirror what's going on right now? Just use your brain and think. I'm not going to think for you. Okay. I want to point out how incredibly courageous it is that Du Bois, a black man, had the courage, had the fucking
back in 1915
to call out the hypocrisy of white supremacy in 1915. People struggle to do that today because you're all a bunch of bitches.
Yeah, you know,
but you know what I mean. You know,
not a black woman. That's right. We're all a bunch of cowardly ass bitches. That's right. That's right. That's why it still dominates today. Still all the shit of Africa today. All right. A bunch of cowardly ass bitches. Go ahead.
Talking about. But Du Bois was talking his shit 111 years ago when it was much harder to do so. I just wanted to give him his flowers there. But he goes on to say, Howard Zinn goes on to write of Du Bois, the average citizen of England, France, Germany, and the United States had a higher standard of living than they did before. Sure. How did they achieve this higher standard of living? Let's pull it that
out the backs of black.
Come from. When you go to Paris, when you go to Portugal, when you go to
England,
London, and you look around and you see all of these buildings, where did they get the money to build these buildings? Where is all of this money coming from to build this? But then when you go to the places where they're sourcing this wealth from, Swedish chocolate is not grown in Sweden. Right. I'll give you one guess where it's grown, and everybody there looks like me. But the people there that actually are producing the chocolate don't have any motherfucking money. Why? Because Sweden is taking all of the money. He's pointing out these hypocrisies of imperialism. And he's also pointing out when he says, when Howard Zinn writes, Du Bois saw the ingenuity of capitalism in uniting exploiter and exploited, creating a safety valve for explosive class conflict. What he's saying is these rich white minorities that are at the very top of the capitalist pyramid know that they can always count on poor white people to unite in their drive and in their promotion of capitalism, and use those poor white people against everybody else by giving those poor white people a tiny, tiny, tiny percentage of the profit that comes from exploiting Black and brown people. And this is how capital, the rich minority, and labor, the poor whites, become united under American capitalism.
It's crazy. Now, let me say something. Now, we know Saudi Arabia, right? They never turned to paradise because the oil must all nice and modern. Now, did you guys know Texas is wealthier than Saudi Arabia? But Texas ain't turning to no paradise because the poor, like I said, because the poor white man is there is told dumb shit. He's racist as fuck. That Texas don't look like no fucking Saudi Arabia. Texas, a lot of places all ran down, all fucked up. And they got more oil wealth than fucking Saudi Arabia. So why isn't it as wealthy with new hospitals and shiny this and shiny that? Because they use their racism to these dumbass white motherfuckers and just rob them fucking blind. Rob these mother, and that's what they're talking about in that book right there that Howard Zinn is talking about. You can rob the white man by giving him a little bit while the elite class steals all of it. All of it. And tell him it's the nigger. It's the nigger you got to worry about. Get these niggers. You got the nigger that got 2 cents. The nigger got 2 shillings. You know a nigga ain't supposed to have number 1 shilling? Ah, what's the nigga doing with 2 shillings? right? All the money's gone to the motherfuckers at the top. Your Rockefellers and Rothschilds. You know? Most people know Texas is wealthier than fucking Saudi Arabia. Why is it Texas more advanced then? Because the white girls, they're stealing all the money. That's why. But go ahead, Joby.
So Du Bois is saying it is no longer simply the merchant prince. It is no longer simply the aristocratic monopoly like what we see in Bridgerton. It is no longer simply the employing class. It's no longer even like the landlords and the managers and like the mill owners who are exploiting the working people. The further we get into the 20th century, you're going to see that capitalism becomes a lot more complicated. And this is why I love the show The Good Place, because it really highlights how all of these different systems that impact modern life, they make morality so complicated that none of us are innocent. I'm a Black woman, a double minority, and I'm not even fully innocent from what America has done to these other nations because I benefit from the capital that comes from exploiting these black and brown countries. And so you think like that's such a mind fuck, especially when you're Black or brown yourself, but you're also an American. So you're not quite as disadvantaged as a Black or brown person in Brazil or a Black and brown person in Ghana. I don't know these countries like that. If I'm insulting Brazil and Ghana, let me know and tell me to shut the fuck up. I'm just throwing shit out there. I'm just trying to find Black and brown countries. Don't come for me. But Congo, that's a better one. I feel like Congo's really oppressed right now. So that's a better one. But anyway, and then lastly, Howard Zinn writes, the United States fits this idea of united labor and capital because American capitalism needs international rivalry and periodic war to create an artificial war between rich and poor. I want to pull at that a little bit. Okay, I have been talking about this for at least the past like 3 chapters. And every time I talk about it, I still feel like I'm not getting through to people because the reason that American capitalism thrives on division is because the cure to capitalism is community. the cure to capitalism is everybody getting along and
Everybody
everybody
getting along and
uniting,
everybody-
which is why the American capitalist machine is
It's
constantly
against that.
starting shit all over the world. Because
That's
if they
right.
can start shit, then they can sell people weapons, and they make billions of dollars selling people weapons. And that's just on an international stage. If they can keep starting shit in a domestic way, for instance, between black people and white people, then they can continue to convince white people that their biggest op is black people and not, in fact, the rich minority that it actually is. And how do they benefit from this? They keep white people keeping the system going while they go out here and do some more fuck shit. White people are literally, like, particularly the poor white
More fuck
people,
shit.
and nowadays, the middle class white people are born and bred to be like guard dogs for the rich minority at the top of the capitalist pyramid, and they like it that way because as long as they have all of these guard dogs on the ground level stopping the rest of us from storming the Capitol, they can keep on going with their vampire ball of bullshit. And so all of these societal ingredients still exist today. This American hypocrisy, the complications of capitalism and how capitalism thrive on racism, and like, you know, the imperialism of white countries fighting over control of black and brown countries. Like, all of these ingredients still exist today. And those are the similarities between what's happening now and the First World War. But the difference, and this is a really, really important difference, is that
And remember,
most people,
and remember,
unlike
I bet you read it, but the First World War also brought you what we got in the Middle East, what Iran is talking about. These fake countries, these fake kingdoms was created in after World War I, when the Zionists wanted to break up the Ottoman Empire. The Turkish Ottoman Empire broke up. So you got the fake Jews, you know, pretend to be Arabs in Saudi Arabia. Shout out to everybody seems to know this now. Everybody go back and research the House of Saudi. They're not Arabs. They're cats with hats faking to be Arabs. That's why the British put them in charge of over there with that oil. I don't care the British, the Rothschilds. That's their cousins. Put them in charge, they get to pretend like they're Arabs and they're Islamic when they're not. They Baal worshippers. Moloch, that motherfucker on your dollar bill. And then they put up all the other fake countries, the Emirates, fake country, Bahrain, fake country, Kuwait, fake. Remember, that's why Saddam, you guys remember, during the 90s, that's why Saddam in Iraq invaded Kuwait. You guys remember that when he invaded? He said it's a fake country by the British, by white people. This country actually belongs to us, Iraq. This is made up after World War II. This country and his fake king called Kuwait. Remember Saddam told you that. I didn't understand. I said, what does he mean, Kuwait? I was in on my early 20s. Like, what does he mean? Kuwait's not supposed to exist. I didn't know it was created by the British when he invaded. He said Kuwait was always historically Iraq. This was given, this fake made-up country that they made up after World War II, after the Ottoman Turk Empire. And Saddam was always saying, they're like, what? Kuwait's a made-up country? And I was young. I was like, how can you make up a country? That sounded crazy to me. And I was like 21. How the hell you make up a country? Who got the power to do that? You know? And that's when, remember, that's why Saddam invaded Kuwait in the 90s. When Iraq invaded Kuwait, said this made up ass country. All them countries, Kuwait, Qatar, the Emirates, Saudi Arabia, all created from the Ottoman Turk Empire. When the Ottomans fell in World War I, that's what the Rothschilds wanted to happen, because the Ottomans refused to give them Palestine. So when the Ottoman Turk Empire collapsed, you got Palestine, Saudi, all these other fake countries got made up out of it. So that's why this is so important today. And Iran was there, Persia was there looking at all this shit back then. Because remember, the Turks were always fighting the Persians. The Ottomans were always fighting the Persians back then, trying to overthrow the Persian Empire. The Ottoman Turks could never overthrow the Persians. They kept trying to go invade with what we call Iran today, but they kept losing. Go ahead, Joey.
1915 are not falling for the bullshit anymore. And people falling for the bullshit is an extremely important point. And that's why they spent so much money and so much energy propagandizing people.
Propaganda.
Propaganda doesn't work as well as it used to. And the reason for that is not only because of social media, but there's just a higher level of consciousness among the collective these days. So we don't fall for the same tactics. We're not at each other's throats. We can all look around and see exactly where all of this hostility is coming from. The majority of us can all look around and see exactly where this hostility is coming from. And that's a major wrench in their plans for a world war, because you can't pull off a world war if the world doesn't want a war. Go to the next part.
Okay, no makeup. That's not the next part.
Jury.
I go next.
Chief Leader Timothy Brown guilty
So,
of.
Pause. Let me, before you start this, so this I want to show you. This is the reason why white men in America and around the world are not worried about the Epstein files, because I told you this is their culture. Like the black girl told you when Joe played the other day. It's their culture. Okay? Putting their dicks in little babies' booties. The culture. Go ahead. All you mothers go to all these goofy somebody wants to be a preacher or bishop and all that old goofy bullshit so they can be around some kid and fuck them. Go ahead. Go ahead, Joey.
At his church. Texas Christian school teacher, say that 5 times fast, and church child care worker Patrick Farmer has been indicted for child crimes. Michigan Baptist pastor Harold Cole has been arrested for of a child.
Man, the pastors are the worst. I'm not gonna lie. People in the church are even the worst.
Of course, they get near the child and get to get them some butt cheeks.
Yeah, because for me, when I was 12, I've said I used to go for music classes when I was 12. Then
that was a preacher trying to get you too?
No, that was someone who was actually getting married. Like,
okay.
Yeah, they were getting, but they were part of the church members. I mean, among the big people. So I was like, God damn, what the hell? You're supposed to be a church member. Like, why? I'm a baby. I'm a baby.
Yep.
I don't even know what you're doing. Like, why are you touching? Stop trying to touch
He's a pedophile. That's why.
Yeah, I went to told my dad. Then we stopped going to that church completely, literally.
Under the age 13. North Carolina Baptist church leader and Christian school coach Mickey McMahon has been arrested on dozens of child charges. West Virginia church youth pastor John Radcliffe and his wife Kathy have both been arrested on charges of children. Michigan evangelical church worship leader and Christian recording artist Zachary Radcliffe, you're telling me that's not J.D. Vance, has been arrested for child crimes.
And remember, this stuff is never in the news. It's never in any movies. And they try to make black people the bad people globally. And then all the movies try to make them the good people. They're the saviors. They're the heroes. They're the ones beating War Machine. Yeah! Well, they actually got their dick in a kid.
Found guilty of taking a 6-year-old little girl into the bathroom of his church and her. Texas evangelical megachurch youth pastor Charles Goff has been arrested for possessing videos of little girls being. Mississippi Baptist Church worship leader Tyler Selby has filed his intent to plead guilty to federal child.
I'm trying to show you the Lord. The Lord said, "Pull down your pants and give me your butt cheeks. It'll get you into heaven." Yeah, hallelujah.
That showed him a child in a bathtub. I'm honestly starting to wonder if maybe there's something all these people have in common. Surely not.
Ended, but I'm saying in those 12 days.
Okay.
Ended, but I'm saying in those.
Sorry, I got the third one.
Go to the next one. Amen. Child butt cheeks for everybody. What?
Like what?
What is that, Joey?
Exactly. Child
butt cheeks for everybody. Amen. Here comes the bishop, damn it.
At least my bishop didn't have those.
I wasn't talking about your bishop. I'm talking about a regular bishop. Joey.
I'm clarifying it.
Okay.
the bishops are thrown under the bus, it's not mine. Not mine. It would be very depressing.
All right.
Mine.
As his lawful war against Iran is spiraling out of control, folks, we just learned from U.S. Central Command that they are aware of a loss of a U.S. KC-135 refueling aircraft. The incident occurred in friendly airspace during Operation Epic Fury. Rescue efforts are ongoing. In the KC-135s, there are 6 crew, and as of this recording, those 6 crew are still missing. There were 2 aircraft involved in this incident. The other aircraft was another KC-135, which was able to land safely. One of the aircraft went down in western Iraq. The second landed safely. According to U.S. Central Command, which unfortunately does lie about a lot right now under the Trump regime, this was not due to hostile fire or friendly fire. We will keep you posted there. At the same time, drone attacks from Iran have now struck a French base, a joint Peshmerga France base in the Makhmur region in northern Iraq. This according to a statement from
why is it? See, now you got French. See, man, Saddam didn't allow nobody and no bases in his country. Now you got French bases in Iraq. Not alone American bases. What the fuck is a French base doing in Iraq? All because the French are controlled by the Rothschilds. What the fuck is a French? The French didn't help us capture no damn Iraq. Hell, they got a base there for. Oh, the steel minerals and shit. Yeah. French base in Iraq? Yeah, but Saddam was the terrorist. Saddam is evil Saddam. Go ahead, Joe.
Erbil governor, based on what just took place. We have video of it as well, of these Iranian drones hitting a French military base near Erbil airport in Iraq. This injured 6 French soldiers. So I believe there's 6 American crew that are missing from the KC-135. 6 French soldiers have been injured as this war is expanding. And we're learning that one of the main beneficiaries of this is Vladimir Putin, who's basically making hundreds of millions of dollars every day right now from selling oil. Should also be noted that the Strait of Hormuz, while closed by Iran, remains open, though, to Iran and China. Donald Trump is panicking, according to multiple sources from NBC and elsewhere, that the market is turning against him and that high gasoline prices pose a political danger to him. You think so? Donald Trump's posting, "Where's the Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Too Late Powell today? He should be dropping interest rates right now, immediately, not wait for the next meeting, Donald J. Trump." Well, inflation is surging, so I think your ability to drop interest rates right now would probably be one of the most disastrous things. Everything this guy does is the most disastrous thing ever. And now you have Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent. He's been giving interviews saying, we need an...
Dookie Booty is upset because you can crash the whole world economy and it be on him. This fucking moron. Dookie Booty. Good.
International coalition to protect ships in the Strait of Hormuz. America doesn't have the capabilities to do it alone. Well, as we wrote on the Midas Touch Network, guess the America alone strategy isn't working out too well right now. Should also be noted, Donald Trump is panicking right now as Gulf states, with all of this going on, are having very serious discussions about engaging in new regional security arrangements. Not with the United States, but with Iran, as they do not believe that the U.S. is able to protect them anymore, and that this U.S.-Israeli war has brought instability to the region, and that Donald Trump doesn't know what he's doing. Reuters reporting that, yes, U.S. ignites this Iran war, but the Gulf Arab states pay the price. We know they've been doing all of these quid pro quo deals with Donald Trump, believing that they would get protection if they put money into this Trump company or that Trump company or Trump's ridiculous Board of Peace thing that he was doing. But actually, Donald Trump has demonstrated that even with the most powerful military ever, an unprepared kind of idiotic person like Donald Trump, who went into this thing without congressional authorization, does not know what he's doing, and exposes the limits of U.S. security guarantees. I mean, we have a reshaping of a world order taking place.
Pause it. You can't blame the military. The top generals told his stupid ass, you can't do this, moron. We have the ammunition stockpile. We can't do this right now. He fired them. Shut up. Do what I want to do. So you can't blame the military. They told his dumb ass, you can't do so. Now he's got the yes man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We'll do it. That's what he's losing. You got a moron. Reason why you got a chief of staff, right? Military staff talk to you, stupid, about military options because they're the military professionals, not your dumb ass. There's some moron that got voted into office. You don't know about being in the military and military operations. So you're supposed to listen to the Joint Chiefs when they come advise you and say, listen here, this is a stupid idea. Don't do it. If you do it, we'll lose. We're not prepared. Just don't do it. Shut up. Shut up. You're fired. So now you're looking crazy.
And Donald Trump still thinks that Vladimir Putin is his friend. He's meeting with Yushakov and Dmitriev in Miami with his special envoys as Russia is out there supporting Iran against the United States. As China is supporting Iran against the United States, Trump is praising Xi Jinping right now. As Donald Trump's praising Pakistan saying they stand in solidarity with Iran. I mean, you have a statement from Modi in India saying, I've had a conversation with Iranian President Dr. Pezeshkian to discuss the serious situation in the region, expressed deep concern over the escalation of tensions and the loss of civilian lives as well as damage to civilian infrastructure. The safety and security of Indian nationals, along with the need for unhindered transit of goods and energy, remain India's top priorities, reiterated India's commitment to peace and stability, and urged for dialogue and diplomacy.
Go to the next.
Like India
That's
having
enough. Go to the next one. Ain't too long. We already know that. Go ahead. Looking up all my time.
Hey, when did the Rothschilds come to America? Officially?
Here we go. So I like this guy. So now the Rothschild is finally in
here. What
we call pause it. The Rothschild family, which has been hidden, is finding out is now on the street level. Street consciousness, people start to ask these questions. Who the fuck are these people? 20 years ago, nobody even knew who these people were. The majority of people, I did, but most people didn't. And now people on the street level asking these questions. Who the fuck is this? Who the fuck are these people? Why they control every damn thing? So he's asking the question, when did these people show up in America? And when they take over? Go ahead, Joker.
Businesses, infrastructure, railroads were big for them, and they would eventually start doing business with the mortgage, JP Morgan. Okay, so like, at what point did they grab our country by the ball? That would be about 1890.
Stop from the beginning. Here we go.
Hello, is it a Michelin-star restaurant?
Hey, when did the Rothschilds come to America? Officially, they really started making noise about 1837. That was our first big crash. And what about after that? When they got here, what did they start doing? Businesses, infrastructure, railroads were big for them, and they would eventually start doing business with the mortgage, JP Morgan. Okay, so like, at what point did they like grab our country by the ball? Well, that would be about 1895. That's when JP Morgan and the Rothschilds bailed out the entire country of America because we're running out of gold. And so they said, hey, we have $45 million worth of gold. Want it? I imagine there was a little bit of, quid pro quo there. Daggone. And then there's 1910, the Jekyll Island meeting after the 1907 bank panic that led to the 1913 formation of the Federal Reserve. And that was all because of an island that they met that was owned by JP Morgan and the boat that sank that was owned by JP Morgan that kept the Federal Reserve's naysayers from getting the meetings. And now we have a central bank that's controlled by Rothschild Rockefeller money. Jeez. And then when you think to mention the Revolutionary War, the War of 1812, they pressured America heavy to finance it. Even the Civil War, they were on both sides in the Napoleonic War. And guess what? The first thing our central bank funded after it was founded in 1913. 1913. That World War I. Did they fund? Oh God! 6 months later, World War I. Well, that's all bad, but
Yeah.
at least it stopped. Shortly after that, Britain would write them a letter saying, hey, that land in the Middle East that you want, we're going to give it to you, Mr. Rothschild.
Israel.
It's all yours. Oh. The reason you
Israel.
can't afford an engagement ring or a wedding band, it's because of the Rothschilds and the De Beers Diamond Company.
I'm positive. Oh, the Rothschilds and the De Beers, which I was doing today. So the Rothschilds and the De Beers family.
Come to
Right,
America.
that's why I was what? Israel. Hey, Joe, what you doing? Hold on, wait, Joe, what you doing? So that's why Joe be showing today. The poor trodden Jews who went to Israel. And those big ass shit. You see right now, the Rothschilds own the De Beers. Created goddamn Israel. That's why the diamonds are Israel, not because some downtrodden ass refugees. Go ahead, Joby.
Did they fund? Oh, God. 6 months later, World War I. Well, that's all bad, but at least it stopped. Shortly after that, Britain would write them a letter saying, hey, that land in the Middle East that you want, we're going to give it to you, Mr. Rothschild. Israel, it's all yours. Oh. The reason you can't afford an engagement ring or a wedding band, it's because of the Rothschilds and the De Beers Diamond Company.
Mm-hmm.
In the mid-80s, they created an M&A company. An M&A company is a merger and acquisition company. Think private equity, but before private equity. And guess what they did with... We might need to slow down, but what did they do with it? We're using it to get involved in Wall Street. They wanted to infiltrate the New York Wall Street monster that had been forming in America. You want to know what they did to do that?
What did they do?
They did it by sending somebody to New York City to oversee the purchase of Macmillan Inc. Macmillan Inc. was a media company that would be McGraw-Hill, which is responsible for a lot of the elementary school books that you and I were raised on.
All your
You
books.
want to know who they sent to New York City in 1988 to do this?
Maxwell. Maxwell's daddy.
Maxwell.
So we go back. So now we go. Pause it right there. So we know we go back to Ghislaine Maxwell's daddy was sent by the Rothschild to write all your school books in America. So all these lies you've been told in your fucking school book is written by the fucking stinking ass Rothschild. All these lies and shit you grew up under reading this elementary bullshit. Hey, by Ghislaine Maxwell's daddy while they were in their fucking babies and eating them. But Epstein and them. Ain't that funny? Dude, Ghislaine Maxwell's daddy was supplying all the goddamn education books in America. I wonder why you grew up with nothing but fucking lies, propaganda. Go ahead, Joby.
Maxwell, and when Robert Maxwell would go on to die on his yacht because he owed the Mossad money,
The Mossad, they
guess
killed
who
his
he
ass.
also owed about 50 million pounds to?
The Rothschild.
The Rothschild family through the Bank of England. Wait, Robert Maxwell's, that's Ghislaine Maxwell's father?
That's right. They
He's
killed
connected to the
England.
Rothschild. That's right. Robert Maxwell,
Right.
along with Roy Cohn, had been running a corporate blackmail ring throughout the entire world run by the Mossad.
Okay.
And when he
Well-
died, Ghislaine and Jeffrey Epstein took on the reins. That's why they
That's
had
right.
been introduced only 6 months
That's
prior
right.
to his death. After that,
That's
they
right.
would go on to infiltrate people like the princes, the politicians, and the media moguls that we know today. And we know through Alan Dershowitz, Epstein's lawyer through 2008 and 2009, admitted that he was introduced to Jeffrey Epstein in the early 90s by a Rothschild.
Ain't funny. All roads lead back to the Rothschilds. Isn't it funny? All the death in Africa, the rape, the murder, the pillage, all that shit. The Iran war right now is because Donald Trump's been told by the Rothschilds, you better go get Iran for us, you goopy motherfucker, you poor ass bastard. You better go get it. What the fuck you told to do? Why we made you a fake bill businessman? These motherfuckers think you some kind of these dumbass white people, these poor white people think you some smart billionaire and shit. But you're a fucking loser that we propped up. Go back and look who always propped up Donald Trump when he got bankrupt. The Rothschild family. Who was his first secretary of goddamn of Treasury with his first term? Oh, the Rothschild central banker guy who worked directly for the Rothschild. Ain't that funny? And look at his whole cabinet. They're all 3 degrees of separation from the Rothschild family. 3 degrees of separation. His whole fucking cabinet is clicked in with the Rothschilds. So you think it's worth this fucking war? Remember, don't think about Benjamin Netanyahu. He answers to the Rothschilds. they created is not real. He's a puppet too. So I told you all the money about all the oil of Iraq goes back what? To the goddamn Federal Reserve Bank of New York, the Rothschilds Bank. They're there to get the oil from Iran and leave them fucked up and broken up, leaving people all impoverished, fucked up, while they steal the money and the resources. Go ahead, Joby.
Well, we don't have proof that Epstein worked for Rothschild. Here's an email from Epstein over to Peter Thiel. Says, as you know, I represent the Rothschild family.
You know, I work with the Rothschild family.
Like, represented a few of them. Maybe he didn't represent the whole family. Here's this wrinkly old pervert, Les Wexner, saying he represented the whole family.
Yep.
What? Okay, what am I supposed to do with this? Tag Howard Lutnick. I think that's what we could do, because I believe he's a Mossad plant that's currently being seeded by the Rothschild family in a place precariously right next to Jeffrey Epstein. But all because he's his neighbor? Like, he just maybe bought the home on Zillow. He didn't. He bought the home in 1998 from the Comet Trust, which was run by the son of the World Jewish Congress founder and World Zionist Foundation organizer. Also before that, it was owned by Jeffrey Epstein himself. Well, just because he owned it doesn't mean it was his house or anything like that, or ever lived there. Like that. Come on, Jeffrey Epstein would actually live there in 1992, starting right after things got serious with Ghislaine. So they would probably be shagging or doing whatever from 92 to 95 in that property before moving over into the other property, which will remain vacant for about 3 years before Jeffrey Epstein gets to pick his neighbor. It happens to be the Secretary of Commerce, Howard Lutnick, who would profit off of 9/11, survive.
And if you get, and if you see Lutnick, he's always around Trump. He's Trump's Commerce Secretary. Where the hell he's at? He's really Trump's handler. He's his handler. Every time Trump's in an interview, Lutnick is there. So sure, he's always clicked in with. I told you, he's part of the cabinet, always 3 degrees away from the Rothschild family, who created all these fucking half-wit morons. All the wealth comes from the Rothschild family. Lutnick, goofy ass, doing 9/11. Cannon Fitzgerald never made a fucking dime. And all of a sudden, he's a billionaire too. Then they get to make billionaires like a goofy ass Bill Gates and Elon Musk and fucking Zuckerberg and all these fake motherfuckers. So you got Lutnick, goofy ass, who lives right next door to Jeffrey Epstein, and he claimed he didn't know him. I never knew him. I didn't. I just said what they found out now he knew him. Went to the island, and now he was living. That house next door was owned by Epstein. He's found out it was owned by Epstein. But every meeting you see, every time Trump does a goddamn interview, Lutnick is right there with his ass. Why the fuck is he there? We know you're in the cabinet. Why are you in every interview almost? Because that's his Jewish handler. This what the fuck you say, don't say no different. Like, why the fuck is this Lutnick always around Trump when he's giving an interview? Because he just told you. The Rothschild. That's why the fuck he's there. That's why he lived next door to Jeffrey Epstein. And the next door house, Jeffrey Epstein owned. That's what he just telling you. Jeffrey owned, and he claimed he didn't know him, but he got the house. The house Jeffrey Epstein owned, he's living in. He was my neighbor, but I didn't really know him. That's what Lutnick said. He was my neighbor, but I didn't know him. Oh, you didn't know the house next door that Jeffrey owned too? That you're another fake-ass billionaire? You can't show where your money came from? Just like Epstein? How the fuck is Jeffrey Epstein a billionaire? Oh, the Rothschild makes these people billionaires to the Mossad family to carry out their bullshit globally. That's the cover story. Cannon Fitzgerald was a failed firm on Wall Street. There's a failure. It's like Trump ass. So you'll take a failure, make him a billionaire to do your bit. Now Lutnick's a billionaire, and he's always behind Trump ass in these interviews. Go ahead, Joe.
Cantor Fitzgerald with his sons at the helm to profit off of the very tariff being shot down in the Supreme Court that he helped form. So you basically think Howard Lutnick is like a really high-level crisis actor. Yeah, I thought of it. Yeah, that's exactly what I think. What a liar. Lutnick the liar, that's what I call him.
I got 5 on it.
Okay, so the other one.
Okay. What you laughing at, Joby? Comments or something?
No, really. I've seen something very funny about Ruto. Let me see. Let me just share. This is so funny. Let me share this. Let me do this. The cute video of Ruto as Benjamin Netanyahu. So the caption is funny because it's Benjamin Nitawaua, meaning like I'll kill you all Kenyans. It's very funny, man. That's what I'm laughing at. Let me keep that. Benjamin. It's very funny. Okay. It is Benjamin.
I'm feeling really bad, brothers. Feeling bad in my soul. Christian just don't go chopping off motherfuckers' heads like that.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have to repeat the name of that movie again. I think I got it wrong, but
All right, we'll find it. Let's see. Let's see what you got.
let me share my screen.
Go ahead.
Can I be honest with you?
Shit pissed me off for real. Why do you act like that?
Now, I said this one to Joby. Now this for Joby. He's saying what Joby says. Go ahead, because he's an African too. So he says what Joby says. So listen.
Where Israelis were being attacked globally, and in the comments you can see everyone's cheering, everyone's happy, and it didn't sit well with me because I went in there and I'm like, black folk, y'all do realize what this is, right? Because I said, if we normalize this in society, we're the one group everyone has hated for no reason. We've never done shit to Latinos. Latinos are out there telling their children, don't date black people, don't be around black people, no negro, no negro. We have never done anything to them.
I know.
We've never done anything to Chinese. Every day there's a Chinese woman getting online. Oh, my mom said this, my mama said this, my mom. We've never done anything to Indian people. Never. Every day we know what Indians like. We've never done anything to anyone, and we are the most hated group on the planet. And I've said this before: Black Africans can be excused. Black Americans not.
See, pause it. See, he said we can't be excused, black Americans, because we know what to do. He said he said the Africans are too stupid. They don't know, they don't know that other people don't like theirs. They don't know Chinese don't like them. White people don't like them. Indians don't like them, so the African don't know that. Go ahead, Joby.
Africans don't have information. Africans have no information. Like, the media is absolutely controlled. They use the African leaders to Africans don't know how much white people hate them. Africans do not know this. Africans have no.
That's what Joby said.
Anything Africans, a lot of Africans don't even know about slavery. I kid you not. When I tell you right now, I genuinely believe from the bottom of my heart, 40% of the African continent do not know that there was a slave trade. 40% do not know. But then you have Americans here who know, who have experienced, they've seen, their people have been, their ancestors, everyone. Like, literally, that's why I can't get over black women go, oh, Pastor, like, you've seen what these people did.
Black women being with a white man?
Badass that we loving today. They were literally looking at black women like animals, butt naked. Look at that ass. Look at that. Look at that ass. Look at that ass. Today, those same women are like, oh my God, if it's not one of those men, I don't want anyone. If I get one of those, my problems will be solved. You have those who have the money. Black women who have money. Tell me how many
black
women with money have married black. That's not why they keep. If you get money, he'll leave your ass for a white girl. Every admission is a fucking confession. 80% of black men making 100,000 have black wives. I would say less than 20% of black women are making anything over $80,000 are married to black men. Once black women hit a certain financial threshold, they think we're too good for black men. And I keep saying this, but nobody wants to listen. And I'm like, look at this. We have seen baby clan pictures of baby clan. Everybody teaches their children to hate you. You're teaching your own children to hate you. We're in trouble.
Yep, that is so true. Literally. You're teaching, like, we're not educated. That's the simplest way to put it. Like, we're not educated to understand our enemy. It's that simple. We're not educated enough. The last one, I think, was the last video.
Yeah. Last one gonna be comedy. Then we're gonna find the one with Platoon. Go ahead, Joe.
Right.
So this guy's interviewing Trump, stupid ass. Go ahead, Joe.
Earlier, that somehow the Iran got their hands on a Tomahawk bomb and bombed their own school at the beginning of this war. Now, you the only motherfucker that said some stupid shit like that now. Even that drunk ass Whiskey P. Hegseth, he was standing behind you on the plane. And he didn't say shit like that. So why the fuck would you say that?
Because I just don't know enough about it.
So if you didn't know that much about it, why would you say anything?
I think it's something that I was told.
You know what? You about a silly motherfucker. God damn. Who told you that? And you just said goddamn dumb. You believe these people, when a bomb, they all goddamn school. He running the country? You know what? Let me just go ahead on. Let me go to the next question. God damn. So let me ask you this. So it's been reported that sleeper cells within the United States has been activated. What do you have to say about that?
A lot of them came in during the Biden open border period.
Biden. I should have known he was going to say Biden. I should have known. I should have known Biden lived in this motherfucker's head. I should have known that. You just can't keep Biden out your mouth. Biden ain't got shit to do with this, man. That's the one that you didn't say Obama was flying the plane that bombed the school. What the fuck, man? You know what? Let me calm down. Okay. Try this again. What do y'all plan on doing about the sleeper cells that's been activated in the United States?
We're watching every single one of them. Yeah, we know a lot.
Shut the fuck up. Y'all ain't watching shit. I'm done.
Man, this is Budusky. I love Midruski's skits. They're best when it comes to mimicking politicians or anything that's just trending. Drusky is the best. That's Drusky to deliver it. But let me go to the comments as we continue and as we get closer to winding up. So I'm gonna pick it up from. I see earlier we had shout out to Jason, shout out to Ricky, Emil, Jabba, everyone with us on the chat. Ricky was saying earlier, all those people stuck in Dubai airport, why there are more videos showing the world what is going on? Ebonics, goddammit. Ebonics, stop typing Ebonics.
Why is it more videos showing us what's going on? Because it's censorship. It's censorship, Ricky. That's why.
It should be why are there more videos showing the world what is going on? Well, don't do short form of sentences. Emil says that's what I keep telling my Ghanaian friend, but he does not want to understand. All he tells me, he sees love. And also Ricky says it's true. Bush and Dick girlfriend Condoleezza Rice visit Trump at War House.
Yeah. I don't forget that. Yeah, so let me say. So he's brought in. They don't like black people, right? But Condoleezza Rice is known as a specialist, right? It's known as a specialist, right? It's known as a specialist, right? It's known as a specialist in political affairs, right? She's known as a specialist in political affairs. So Bush called in her, but they hate niggas, right? Hey, nigga, black people ain't shit. He know Hegseth is a moron. So he brought in the black woman who's known as a specialist in these areas to help his stupid ass talk to the Iranians and try to end this war that he fucked up on. So he went and got Condoleezza Rice, who actually has knowledge and skill in this area, not some goddamn podcast. Pete Hegseth was a podcast host. What's he doing as goddamn the defense secretary? This goofy no good. And they talking that DI, but he's unqualified. So they went and got Condoleezza Rice, and now she's in advising this stupid ass. I don't know how that's gonna work. Trump is a moron. So they bring in a black woman to try to teach him about world affairs and how shit actually works in that region. Okay, sit down. Let me teach you like you're a child, moron. This how this really works. Not what that Hegseth shit is saying. This how shit works. And I want you to implement what I'm telling you to do, stupid. We'll go ahead, Joey.
Ricky also says it's true that Bush. Okay, I read that. I also see Jason Karibu once again. Jabba Karibu. Jason says everyone's seen the new Oprah clone. Her body moves like an 89-year-old woman. That's what. That's what.
Who?
She said. He's saying everyone. I think that's the question. I think it should be a question. Man, let me tell you one thing, you guys. I was one among the best readers in my school, primary and high school, literally. So I think if I'm literally correcting you guys on grammar, it's because I know how to read sentences. So this is why you see sometimes I'll try read your comments and change your words.
Calm down, Joe.
Jason says, yeah, has everyone seen the new Oprah clone? Her body moves like a
No, I haven't seen it.
Oprah. Jason also says, Jiba Jabba says this is a badass. This is badass. They started cheering when the bombs dropped, and then Jason also adding that they had them people eating faces in that prison. Damn. Feces, you mean feces? And Jason also says, I've seen that movie in the drive in years ago. I think we have it on QKit. You'll have to repeat the name for me. I think I queued it, but the wrong name.
I'm gonna say it again. Say type in say scene from the movie.
Is it platform?
Wait. It was accent. A platoon is a group of men, Joby, in a military squadron. So say PL, A, not BA.
Yeah, PLA.
Yeah, PLA.
Yes.
TOON.
Okay.
Okay. Say scenes from the movie Platoon. When the black guys say, I'm feeling trouble in my soul, guys.
Okay.
When the black guy says, I'm feeling trouble in my soul, guys. And that's when they came back from seeing atrocities that the white men were doing, chopping out people's heads and beating them in the head. Oh, I said, brothers, feeling trouble in my soul, brothers. Because black people, like Joey said, we have a conscience. We don't like to see torture and atrocity. Like we all fucked up. Like, oh man, shit.
Let me continue with the comment. And you're gonna video. Shout out to Joe Mosquito Karibu sana as well. Joe Mosquito Ali was saying, okay, not a comment for me, not a comment for the show. That's sad. Jibajaba says, same with this Howard Zinn, a small hat historian that never discussed Zionism.
That's exactly what he is. I'm about to say that too. I forgot to tell that girl that too. Exactly what he is. But she was all mad because I called out W.E.B. Du Bois. I didn't want to say, you even getting your history from one of the cats with the hats. So Jim figured out eventually. They get mad when you try to correct. Black women get mad when you try to correct them. It's crazy.
I think when economies get worse, the length of fingernails get longer. I don't know what that means, but I also see Jibajaba says World War I was about depopulation, first consolidation of resources, second IMO. And another comment also from Chat Sankenon, Karibu Sana. John Mosquito says, Brother Keith is making fun of your War Machine. He has been. I'm not even done with the War Machine movie yet. Like, for real. I've been watching like other different completely series, movies on Netflix, because there's a bunch that I've not been watching movies, I think, for like 2 months. Just been coming to work, when I get home, cook and sleep. So I think this week and last week I've been trying to catch up on movies, but yeah, I'm not even done with the War Machine. But I loved it. I actually did love it. It was kind of awesome. I loved it. I love that.
I love it. You ain't even finished it. Get out of here.
I loved because I'm about to this weekend, because I'm not gonna be going anywhere. Hopefully, yeah.
All right.
I'll finish it, and I see. I'm gonna say France ain't got one natural resource to start with, of course. Chuck Norris and the Delta Force. Yeah, they captured Chuck Norris and the Delta Force. But Chuck Norris is still alive, god damn it. Actually, someone was telling me something. I didn't know there was always these memes that were circulating about Chuck Norris. One of them is one of them that is very funny was even before the phone was built, Chuck Norris had gotten a missed call. There's been like funny memes going on in Africa about Chuck Norris, like how, because of how old he is, and then yeah, even before World War I started, Chuck Norris had already won it. Sankar also says, keep it reclaiming his time, like Maxi Waters, Maxis Water, if I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Yeah, Maxine Waters.
Mm-hmm. Jibadaba says, in school books, Africa is always the last chapter, and we would never get to it. Wow.
Always. Yeah, nobody ever got to know damn Africa.
Damn, like that's the last chapter of you guys studying, like in school.
Yeah. Why would it be the first? Why would it be the first?
Okay, I don't have an answer for that, because those are not taught about you guys. We only see
Exactly.
We get to judge you guys from the TV. That's it. Like, hey, got them bling blings. These people went from Africa to America. Now they got them bling blings. They forgot us. Make sure when they come back here, we ask them for $200 for that luggage assistance. God damn it. And
oh shit.
Epstein is not the only blackmailer. I agree. And Sankenon says, how is Oprah staying off the menu? Good question. And Jibajaba has an answer for you. Says Oprah can still influence the church blacks, Obimites, and Sikiwis. Sikiwis, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And Sankenon also says the hand in the puppet president. Riba says, if my neighbor had different limos with teens, girls pulling up all day, I think I know what's up. Of course you know what's up. Jibajaba also says, I only go around them if it's business related. Let me see. Jibajaba also says condolences. Condoleezza Rice as an oil tanker named after her. She was programmed from childhood to be a diplomat.
Yes, from child. I know it's an oil tanker. I thought it was a battleship. Is the oil tanker named after? I thought it was one of these battleships. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And Sankeman is asking about Katie. Katie is doing great. Katie is doing.
She's a super bootlick. They tell me Katie's a nurse without no damn studying. Nurse. They always say Katie's a nurse without no damn education. What are you talking about?
It's Katie for those who are asking. Katie's doing great. That's Katie for those who are asking. That's the best I can remember. She's doing great. Yeah.
What?
She's doing all right, but
still got that fat ass face.
Ricky says, guys, I don't give a F about proper grammar. This is country talk. Man, I don't know about country talk, Ricky. I'm so sorry. You know, grammar matters for me as a reader and as a journalist. You know, like let's say I'm reporting live to, leave alone you guys, like let's say other people. And then I read a comment. Let's say I'm randomly reading comments for, oh, we got Ricky who said, then I read all that shit like the way it is. People are gonna say, what's this lady talking about? This lady out of the camera. Oh, she talking about? And that's just the truth. You know, I'm just talking the truth because I'm in journalist space because of being bad readers. So you have to. And one thing I think I'd say I have the ability to is I understand how to switch words in a sentence, like very quick. I can do that. I don't have to read a sentence the way it's written. I can quickly change it to past tense or present tense. That's how I'd say good I am at reading. But also seeing Ricky says,
that's okay.
Joby pronunciation. Jabba. Home chilling for another big snowstorm this weekend. That's Ricky. I don't know.
That's why he lives up in Minnesota. God damn. But fuck with no snow right now. Shit.
Emil says, are you going to talk about tomorrow? Are you going to talk about tomorrow about the shooting that happened in Old Domino University? I've not heard about that yet. I've not heard about that.
I know nothing about it either.
Yeah, but yeah, those are all the comments. So let me share the last video of the
Okay. Yeah, you can see the video.
You can see my screen? No? Okay, I think I removed it.
This was educational purpose only.
It's supposed to be a black.
Let
me put the copyright disclaimer first. This is for only educational purposes. Copyright disclaimer under the section 207 of the Copyright Act 1976. And there we lost Keith when he just wanted to see what he had requested at the end. I hope he comes back. Yeah, we got a few minutes, then we're going to be wrapping it up. So let me see if I got the right page of that.
You know you can get a hold of me anytime, right?
I got a DD, man. I don't want to miss that chop. You okay?
Yeah.
Remember now, take it easy. Don't think too much. Don't you be no fool. Remember, ain't no such thing as a coward out here. Don't mean nothing. My man.
Yeah, we gotta take that. You gotta take that as a disclaimer.
Oh, sorry.
I'll walk you out.
I thought
You know you can get a hold of me anytime, right?
I got a DD, man. I don't want to miss that chop.
Nah, Joe, we gotta go run the regular one. This like a short or some shit. I ain't gonna like to run the regular videos. I'm on the short, like right. Is that it right there?
Let's see this one.
Did you type it? Did you type what I said in there? Let's see what it said. Yeah, I can go right there.
Yeah. Platoon, where the black guy says, I'm really in trouble in my soul. Right?
I think you guys smoking this pot while you're getting killed out here. Smoking this weed. Go ahead, Joe. Lies are trying to stop them from torching that village of Vietnamese. And so, old boy got him murdered out there because he was going to tell that they tortured those people out there. And they got lives killed by the enemy. Said, nah, you just want to go to some kind of court. This is the court of war. You ain't going to no court. And they got him killed out there. Go ahead, Joey.
These lines of all these movies, damn.
Man.
You gotta watch them on.
Well, I want to say, okay, do this for me, Joey. Say, scene from the movie Platoon when they attack the village. That's the part we talking about. The brother didn't even show the. Says scene from the movie Platoon when they attack the village.
Yeah, because I remember me and my sister to capture like quads of movies or animations. We had to repeat them like a couple of times.
Say movie scene from the movie Platoon where they attack the village. Is this what they talking about? Right? Here we go, right here, yeah. So this one, the black guys, we talk, man, my soul hurting guys. They gonna try to rape the kids. Remember, they gonna try to rape the little girls, the white men. Go ahead, Joe. But you know, show the black men don't be raping no women out there like that. That's who they are. That's who they are naturally. They're savages. Let's kill them all. Goddamn, yeah, right. Goddamn right. Let's rape and kill them.
I can't date a policeman. I can't date a soldier. I can't date anyone who works in the government because these people have seen the cases in Kenya. They get mad and they shoot the shit out of you. Like, oh. I can't mess with none of them. No. I've had the police officers. This is real true story. I've had a police officer slap the shit out of me. Just because I refused to be their girlfriend and because I was more friendly with their brother. Like, what you gonna do about it?
This is years later. This prisoner in Iraq is way after Vietnam right here. Years later, same old shit. Putting dogs on the ball sack, fucking them up, killing them, chopping off heads.
Today, before I continue with this, I was listening to one of the famous UK guys. John Mosquito, you might know him, Fredo. Or for those maybe who know Fredo. He was arrested in Dubai last year because of weed, and he had to go to prison for 3 months. So today I was listening to his interview in the morning, and he said Dubai as the worst prison he has ever seen. He can't compare that to the UK because he's a UK citizen, right? And then he said they had to do in a bucket for 3 days. That shit is not being removed there, and they're not taking a shower after doing. So you're just saying nasty, like dirty. They don't give a shit. Like,
why? First, I ask you, why you guys keep going to Dubai? I don't get it. It never get me there. Fuck that.
Man, I was shocked because these are really rich as one of the, I'd say, successful UK rappers. Then you hear
So
I know
what?
exactly. So what? When you get to these countries, that's where you know you are a nobody. You know? when you say that, I even started saying him different. I'm like, shit, you did it in a bucket for 3 days, not taking a shower. Ew. you rapping all this crazy shit. So we're gonna take it down.
Yeah, take it down.
Yeah, the stream is down. That is, I see is down because of what you're sharing. But I think we're gonna wrap it up with that.
We'll wrap it up. Yeah, we'll wrap it up, family. Our time anyway. So.
Yeah, thank you so much to everyone who's been with us throughout the whole week. This whole week actually really big, amazing audience. So I hope everyone has subscribed to our channel.
Yeah, we're like 11:45. I think it's coming from that Keith Newsom channel because it's not really shadow banned yet. Somebody's coming over, so it's not really bad because it was gone for 4 or 5 years. How many years it was gone? But yeah. And I also remember, guys, see the way that fucking head came apart. Enjoy me face. That fucking head came apart. Y'all better be careful. They military guys.
There are movies I can't watch, like even The War Machine.
I like the War Machine shit. What are you talking about? That was just real.
I didn't finish there. That's what I'm saying. Like The War Machine, there are parts I couldn't watch when the killing were going on. Like, I have to turn my head. I'm not gonna lie.
When they killed what? When they killed who?
The killings. When the killings of people start, like people
I gotta see it. Okay.
Heads being blown and all that. Oh shit! Someone lost their both legs on that War Machine movie. I'm like, shit. I'm not watching that. So I'm gonna turn my head. I'm not.
I like War Machine. Platoon is real. Was a real story that Oliver Stone wrote about when he was in Vietnam. I'm like, they're not fighting aliens. They're fighting Vietnamese. What's up, family?
Have yourselves a beautiful weekend. Take care. Be safe out there. Whatever you're doing, kindly be safe and ensure if you're gonna rest. Take advantage.
And Spikes is back. If you guys want to do Swahili, Spikes is back. Spikes, huh?
I saw that. I see you already set his show for tomorrow. I was like, Swahili.
Hey, because it kept begging. God damn. I need money. I need a job. I need money. I need a job. I didn't want him to have to go out there and sell his ass on the streets of Nairobi. Shit. It's rough. His ass might not be clean. Spikes likes to use that. Spikes is worse than Diddy, remember? Spikes always had all that damn lotion. I mean, all that damn oil. He had cooking oil. Spikes can afford baby oil. Spikes ain't like cooking oil. Rubbing that on people.
Crazy. Massage oil is
This
so
weird. This huh?
I'm
What
saying
is it, Jimmy?
massage oil is so cheap, or whatever. Glow lotion is very cheap, like very, very cheap. I don't know why he was using cooking oil. Put it in
He had no lotion. Because he didn't want to use. He's supposed to use baby oil. He can't afford the baby oil. He's putting cooking oil.
shit, whatever. But much
Crazy.
love, family. Thank you so much. Have yourselves a beautiful
What's
weekend.
up, fam?
It's been a beautiful week, and I hope you guys have learned so much like I have. And have yourselves a beautiful, beautiful rest part of the weekend. See you guys on Monday. Be safe, take care, and peace to y'all. Peace, and we're out.
Peace, fam. Hopefully the stream came back.